time to be interviewed today.
You're welcome.
Before we begin, I just want to say that there are a series of questions that I'll be asking that are rather personal in nature with regards to sexuality, gender identity, and sex education. So if at any point in time you're uncomfortable answering, please refrain from doing so. How do you identify in terms of sexuality and gender?
Well, gender, I identify as a female, and then sexuality, I identify as a lesbian.
Have you ever felt excluded based on your gender and or sexuality, and if so, how?
Yes, definitely. Definitely by my family and school. When I first came out, my mom laughed at me, and she was like, "That's wrong," and whatever. And she was very close-minded about it. And I was really young when I came out too. So, and at school, I would get made fun of. So I was definitely excluded by my sexuality and gender also. Like, I wasn't allowed to play outside with my brother because I was a girl, or I wasn't allowed to like do certain things, help my grandpa out in the garage or anything because I was a girl.
Have you ever felt pressured to conform to gender stereotypes or expectations, and if so, which ones?
Yes, definitely based on appearances. Like, when I was, I think, freshman year, my mom started telling me, you need to start dressing like a girl, wearing makeup, doing all these things. So it really got seared into my mind that I had to do these things. So now it's just kind of, like, I do it every day or something like that. Like, I try to look nice or do it.
It's become a routine.
Yeah, it's become a routine.
When did you first learn about sex or receive sex education?
I was really young. I think the 3rd grade was when I asked my mom, like, what is sex, because I heard it at school. And it's just some jokes that kids were making. And I didn't know what they meant. So I asked my mom, and she explained, like, the male anatomy and the female anatomy to me. And she was very factual about it. She didn't try hiding anything, which was really cool about her. But school-wise, I learned in the 7th grade, but I didn't really learn much about the female anatomy. They mainly focused on the male.
Alright, so you answered my question about what role your parents played in sex education. What role would you say that schools at any point, be they elementary school, middle school, high school, college, what roles did they play, if any, in sex education?
Roles, they played, like, I don't know, I think they just didn't give me enough information for me to really understand sex. I learned about pregnant women and then how males get aroused. That's about all I learned. And that was in middle school. And they didn't give me sex ed in high school because I went to a school where it was 6th grade to 12th grade. So they kind of checked that off. Basically, they avoided it the entire time.
What is your opinion about what is currently being taught at schools?
I think that it's kind of terrible. Like, they lack on so much information, and I had to teach myself about a lot of stuff, and I just think that they don't do it well enough. And
what specifically would you say is missing from sex education?
Everything. I feel like they don't teach when you're having sex when you're not married, definitely, or when you have sex before you're old enough, they say, and the effects of it, or, you know, STDs and stuff like that. I feel like sometimes they kind of shy away from that because they're scared the students and everything, but I really think they shouldn't do that because it's better for them to know rather than, you know, accidentally get an STD or something and then have them say, oh, I didn't know about it.
How would you feel about gender identities and sexualities being taught in schools?
Well, I think that they really need to teach more about gender identity because I know I didn't learn anything about gender identity in high school or school at all because nobody taught me about gay people or lesbian people or transgender or anything of the above, and I had to learn it on my own, and it was really confusing, especially when you know that you're not like other kids, or you know that you're feeling pressured to be straight or pressured to not be who you are. And I think schools really need to focus on gender identity and knowing that it's okay for whoever you are.
What would you you like to see schools incorporate into sex education?
I'd like them to see incorporate, I guess, more detailed on both anatomies and detailed on STDs and gender identities.
All right, thank you for your time.